Culture and tradition define the way we look at color. In India, the choice is of a vibrant play of colors or something we call multi-tone. In the West, however, the choice is of a single color from a muted color palette or something we call monochrome. Bridging these two ideas is duotone or a play of two colors. Welcome to Lux Interiors, where on this episode we explore a play of tones to help you pick your own style.
Mono, duo, multi. Which combinations are trending and how do you use them?
You can vary the tones in one color by using different materials, the same color by using materials of different kind in the same color, by using textures of different kind in the same color.
The ideal dual tone for me is black and white, but one can also play around with grays and blues, grays and yellows.
Indigo is a beautiful color. It's a natural color and it's best teamed with ivory.
I keep in mind what is the most important decor object or piece or color which is there in that room. So for example, in my living room, I think the carpet is the most important because it's a beautiful tones of white and brown and grey. So taking off from that, then I would kind of work with the colors in the room.
On the show, step into 3 houses where the tone play is radically apart. We introduce you to the power of black through these accessories, and Saket helps a lucky viewer get her dream home.
Let's start by exploring duotone. In a world that's bombarded with color, black and white offers such a purest release. That's what makes a black and white photograph so much more powerful. Now, try imagining this as a home. Social media consultant and film producer Shana Levy-Baul shows you how to do this by example.
Shana Levy-Baul and her husband Yuraz live in this Mumbai apartment designed by Shana's interior designer mother Sheila Levy. While a comfortable modern aesthetic is their style, what led to the home being a play of black and white is her mother's incorporation of Feng Shui and Chinese face reading in her designing process.
We were lucky enough that my mother is an interior designer. Then her Feng Shui master, Kajal Seth, she basically came and did her imperial Feng Shui using both mine and Yuraz's Chinese astrological charts. So when she did all of that, she realized that the house needed to have a very neutral palette. We couldn't have very, very bright colors, so we had to make sure to keep the house in jewel tones, black and white, very airy and light.
This concept has resulted into the home having a calm and soothing feel to it. While the living and bedrooms display a variation of the colors beige, ivory and wood, the library and dining room are a contrast of blacks and whites. The black and white mood extends to accents, art and accessories throughout the house.
When doing up a space in 2 tones, I think it's very important to keep texture in mind. And even within those 2 tones, use variation of tones. So you can see in this space that there are many shades of ivory, there are many shades of cream, there are many different textures of wood. So my mother has worked with cushions and prints, as well as bringing in a carpet that has all the jewel tones in it, but in a way that breaks it up.
Shana's love for glamorous portraits from the world of fashion and films is evident on her walls, but her favorite art pieces are those gifted to her by her grandmother.
She has gifted us these 2 pieces. The one behind me is called The Wrong Question Mark, and it's pieces of Financial Times newspaper rolled up and made into an upside down or flipped over question mark. And these here are just numbers. And again, it's rolled up magazines and newspapers that are then stuck onto vacuum bags.
While the living room emanates serenity with beiges and browns, the adjoining library is made more energetic with the stark contrast of black and white. What adds to its eye-catching look are the geometric patterns right from the striped seat to the entwined C-shaped design on the carpet. The white day bed with black and white cushions thrown on it makes for a perfect spot to sit back, relax and enjoy a good book. The library opens out into a balcony on one side and the dining room on the other.
So this is our dining room. It also has a very black and white dual tone theme to it, but with the addition of the warmth of the wood. We have some beautiful pieces of art. My two favorites actually are the two tribal women by Rohit Chawla. And we also have the continuation of the black and white stripes that are on the chairs and the benches. The flair and the drama to the dining room is with the chandelier. It's a Good Earth piece that I saw, I think maybe like 7-8 years ago, and I didn't have a space for it, but I was like, I need it. So I'm glad I could finally put it up.
Like the living room, the bedroom has been designed to calm with its neutral tones of browns, beiges and whites. What gives the colors depth and texture are the Bottega weave of the headboard, the matchbox-sized picture collages of famous people on the walls, and of course the layering of curtains in beige and white. Unlike most Mumbai apartments, balconies are a regular feature here that have helped open the home to nature while expanding the space. The neutral tones of the furnishing ensures that the greenery outside is the hero of all these spaces.
One of our favorite things to do is sit out with a book or a cup of tea and just read in the afternoon, and luckily we get to hear some birds and it's just a very relaxing space. A lot of people ask, don't you miss color in your house, and isn't it get boring or monotonous? And I honestly have to say I don't. I think that a neutral palette, you can still have so much fun with it. For anyone doing up their house and wanting to create this interiors that has these dual tones, I would suggest calling my mother. No, but really, she's amazing at creating beautiful neutral homes and not houses. I think that distinction is really, really important. But of course, if you want to do it alone, then I would say don't be afraid to play with texture, and don't think of black and white or cream and ivory as dull colors or not as color, because they really can speak volumes.
How much black is too much? Like in Shana's space, you can canvas the entire area with a lighter shade and go darker with the accents. Remember to use different hues and textures of the darker color so that the space doesn't end up looking flat. Now that you know the power of black, you can bring it into your space with these great ideas.
Let's start with what you can cover your walls with. Leather wall panels are one way to bring distinction to a space. If bold and dramatic is your style, then how about a combination of pixel art and nature from Duloy? These 3D leather tiles in metallic silver are inspired from roses, and the geometric shape is what makes them cutting edge. Juxtaposed against flat black leather tiles, it's the perfect canvas for a high glam setting. And if you have an eye for details in design, this wallpaper from Splendor has an oversized paisley pattern very intricately printed in black ink on a mustard yellow background. From surfaces, let's move on to furniture. The queen of the house must have her throne, and this chair from Casa Paradox could easily be it. It has a teak wood frame and has been upholstered in rich black velvet. The seat back has detailed griffin embroidery with crystal accents that transform what could have been a plain chair to a coveted one. You could also opt for a study table in distressed leather like this one from Portside Cafe. As impeccably finished on the inside as it is on the outside, it will bring understated elegance to your study. This next chair explores new creative possibilities. Its structure is made of flexible molded polyurethane and the base is painted in a metallic color. What makes it unusual is the oversized pillow cushioning on it. Definitely a buy for the experimental individual. Let's move on to accessories to enhance your space. For all book lovers out there, we've got something special for you. A Theo Alexander Repose book box to keep you company while you enjoy a good read. This Victorian style container covered in faux leather with brass mounts and a hinged link is ideal to store snacks to munch on while you are reading. These funky center mats or coasters are made of aluminium and fashioned after cutlery in an oversized format. These are perfect for collectors of unusual items in their space. And finally, complete the mood of your space with some lighting options in black. This nickel-painted black chandelier from Ankur Lighting is made of multiple chains. It lavishly drapes and loops around a hollowed center frame that houses the LED lights in it. If you have grown up loving mythology and tales of war, you could express it with this very armor-like piece. Turn up the cool quotient of your space with these black beauties. Made of ceramic and a black duco finish on it, these are not just lighting accents, but are very eye-catching wall art too. So if you haven't considered the power of black just yet, with our list of must-haves, you could start now.
Duotones are just one part of our story on tonal juxtapositions. When we come back, we'll show you how to handle a riot of color by taking you into the home of an artist.